Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Path of Wellness. Hey, Militia, peace. Tonight we are welcoming our friend, my new friend, Reese McAllister from the New Mexico Alumni in Recovery Association. Hi, Reese. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Holly. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks. I want to ask you first and foremost, what is the New Mexico Alumni in Recovery? I have to admit, I'd never heard of it until I got your flyer. And so I was kind of curious as to what it is. Can you tell
So,
me?
along with yourself and many others, I'm sure they haven't heard of us yet. We're a brand new organization. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. Um, we have a founder by the name of Carlos Gonzalez, which is an incredible person that brought his vision and together in December of 2019.
Mhm.
uh, Small dinner meetings happened, and I was asked to be part of that. And we came up with the idea of trying to create a business that would help individuals that are coming out of the drug court system and graduating, to give them some support and a foundation on um, trying to stay in recovery and not to possibly relapse and get incarcerated again. So they
Sure.
have to go through the court system again. So with that, we finally got incorporated by March of 2020. Unfortunately, as we all know, the pandemic hit, and it's been a
Right.
slow process since then. But we're about a year and a half into our journey. Uh, from that start, the board, which consisted of half graduates
Mhm.
from the district court and half
Oh, nice.
professionals, came up with
Nice.
10 classes that we currently have on our website, um, and provide to not only graduates from the drug court, they may be participating clients or participants in the current drug court, along
Mhm.
with judges and or other individuals that may be interested to see what we have to offer.
I see. That sounds awesome. And this is in the Santa Fe area, correct?
We are located in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Mhm.
Currently, we're trying to reach out to courts throughout the state of New Mexico to let them know that we are available. And, if they have a need and want to reach out and look at some of our classes and maybe inquire about having one that we can put on, we're willing to do an online class for them if they're in remote parts of the state.
So the alumni basically presents a new sandbox with new people in recovery to play with. It sounds like if somebody graduates the drug court, then if they like, they can join the alumni and be a part of creating these trainings, be a part of being with other people in recovery, in the same mindset, which I think is a huge help. And, new playground is big in recovery, in my opinion.
Hey,
So our
so
So,
you
mission,
guys, I had the honor of having lunch one day with Carlos and Mr. Patterson, and they mentioned, and then Nathan and I, the week after that, we were able to do an OPRE presentation for the drug courts and the staff, and so there's a few courts in New Mexico, right, Reese, that have programs right now as we speak, and is it like a 2-year program that before you graduate from drug court? And you mentioned district court. That's pretty high. So,
right?
man,
I'd say approximately 2 years for individuals that have gotten incarcerated and have been ordered to take the drug uh, or treatment court programs. So it is a lengthy process.
you know what's cool about that is that when they could be pre-peers, and we talked about that at lunch. Like you're like preparing them and like giving them the tools to let them know too that they can be a peer after they graduate, if they stay in recovery and they if they have a year left to prepare and be part of your program, teach those classes, or and share that recovery around New Mexico, and then eventually apply to be a peer with OPRE. I think that's cool.
Yeah. And that was our initial intent, for us to in-house that type of thing. But as things have gone over the last year, we might look out to OPRE to help us, and do some collaboration to get our
Yes.
that are interested to become peer support certified. So we're looking forward to working with you guys, you and Nathan over there, and we'll be in constant communication, I think.
Okay, Reese, now to the cool part of this live. Can you
Yes.
please, drum roll, please, can you please tell us what's going on September 18th in Santa Fe?
Yes, Militia, we are excited. The New Mexico Alumni in Recovery will be hosting our first recovery event.
Yes.
It is on September 18th from roughly 10 to 4, and it includes free music, free food. There's going to be some raffle and prizes that we're going to be giving away. We're going to have some exhibitor booths there that are going to promote different types of recovery, OPRE being one of them, the LifeLink. We're also going to have Mesa Vista Wellness. So there's going to be material to hand out to the crowd. We're trying a lot of the possible alumni groups that are starting to create themselves within the state to come up. So we feel that, with our flyer that has been distributed not only through the Administration Office of the Courts, but through Recovery Communities of New Mexico,
Yes.
our website, your website, OPRE, along with LifeLink and Harley Davidson, they've been handing out our flyer. We'll get a pool of people that we can definitely serve based on our mission and goals. One of the great things in our flyer is we're going to have guests, speakers. Right now we have, I believe, 6 speakers, and 2 of them are retired judges. And
Wow.
they're going to get to talk about how the drug court came to be, and how the treatment courts came to be. So we're very ecstatic to have them there. And we're going to have speakers from OPRE, along with LifeLink, and we're going to have a graduate speaking from the Sandoval County court program down there. And they're all going to talk about their experiences on either being in the program and or maybe indirectly supporting those that have to go through, or maybe even directly supporting those people that have to go through the program. So we're really looking forward to it. We want as many people to come out and celebrate recovery with us, because that's what it's all about. It's about us, the community coming together. That's our topic, and we're just wanting to be able to give our message and our experience.
Hey, so Reese, I also, on that flyer, it says that there's Doom Strikers is sponsoring a run that day. I want to hear more about that. Tell the peers out there, and tell the people in recovery and the people that ride bikes, man, to come on out and support us.
So for all you bike riders out there, our vice president, which is on the board, and he's also part of Doom Strikers, thought it'd be a great idea to incorporate a bike ride for our event. And, we felt that it would be awesome. So we're going to have a bike ride that's going to be escorted by our law enforcement, which is going to show and try to break some of that stigma, of the law enforcement and people that are getting out of the enforcement side of court, that we are together in this recovery stuff. So they're going to cruise all over Santa Fe and do that for about an hour and a half. And then they're going to come back and eat and listen to great music. So if you're interested in doing a bike ride, the great thing is that it's a free bike ride. So please, if you're, an avid biker out there, please come and enjoy and socialize and get to hang out with your buddies and meet new people.
Well, I'm inviting all that flyer's going. It's I'm sharing that with all my biker buddies. And you know what? You said something that really made sense. And you talked about the stigma, and you talked about law enforcement. I think, and you talked about judges, Reese. I think it's awesome that there's a day that we can all get together. And we can celebrate the recovery together, and with people that that we used to be afraid of. You know what I mean? I'm a woman in long-term recovery, man, because of my lived experience. I have options. I love hanging out with last recovery event Nathan and I were at in Espanola. We got to sit and talk to Supreme Court justice, to representatives, to senators, and they sat with us and they wanted to hear, and they wanted to hear our experience, our strength, and our hope. And they take that to heart, because we got right, and now we're good examples for society. And the fact that the alliance, the New Mexico Recovery Alliance, is you guys formed that. I think that's great. I think it's an awesome thing, and you're having it at Santa Fe Harley Davidson, and it's a hobby that a lot of folks love doing and got into as clean and sober people.
That's
and
correct.
that are taking care of their mental wellness and their recovery. Riding a bike, you guys, for me it is my self-care. It's my self-care. It keeps me focused. It keeps me, the camaraderie around that is just amazing. Everywhere we go today, there we are. So like the stigma around being a biker, it's really not. I had to really look inside and see, do I like the bike because it's a lifestyle, or do I like the bike because it's about me? And I found out it's a beautiful thing, but this ain't about me. You know what? I'm just so excited that an event like this is here in Santa Fe and it's local.
I was just going to say, Santa Fe is a huge recovery community, so I have a feeling they're going to turn out. Also, you said free food, September 18th, 10 to 4. Let's not forget about that. Free food at Santa Fe Harley Davidson. Mm-hmm. But Santa Fe is a big recovery community, and Militia has a lot of biker friends, and I bet you there'll be a big turnout for your event, which begs the question, do you need help setting up or volunteers or anything? Are you panicked, or are you good to go? How are you feeling on that level?
Well, being our first event, this is all new to us. So we welcome anybody that may be listening to this broadcast that wants to be a volunteer, come get some free food, talk and meet with us. And so, yeah, if there's anybody out there in the community that would like to show up to the event and just be part of it, you're welcome. Please come. Again, it's next Saturday, the 18th. But for the most part, I think everybody involved have been extremely supportive and given us direction to get to the point that we're at. So I think we're about ready to go. There's a lot of the logistics we're taking care of, but please, the community of Santa Fe and our neighboring cities,
come out and lend a hand.
Please come up and spend a beautiful fall day in Santa Fe, New Mexico at the Harley Davidson.
Put the kids in the back, not in the back of the truck, but put the kids in the vehicles and come and dance, right? There's live music, a lot of food, and kids love motorcycles.
One of my favorite recovery stories about Santa Fe, and I've probably mentioned it before on this podcast, but it's a good story, so I'm going to say it again. The Walmart, I understand, the original Walmart in Santa Fe is a recovery employer. They are, like one person got a job in recovery there, and then they got a friend and a job there, and then so forth and so on. And pretty soon there's they have their own little recovery community inside that Walmart, from what I understand. So I always have never forgotten that. Every time I think about Santa Fe and recovery, I'm like, oh, the Walmart's doing a good job. Hey. So I'm happy about that. Yeah.
I want to congratulate you for breaking out and you and Carlos and your group on this 501(c) that you got going, this nonprofit. Yes, collaboration and recovery is possible, man. We're living proof. People that went to district court and are able to graduate from your program and go back out there to the fires and bring those people back that need help. you know, and we're good examples. You're a great example, Reese. Congratulations.
Thank you, as are you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the judges when they get to see, individuals possibly that are, that have changed their life around because they made an impact on them. And, these people can then turn to the judge and say, I'm glad you did what you did when you did it, because look at me now.
Right.
And that's a huge thing about, the recovery. So our judges are important. The district courts, a lot of, individuals that come out, some of them have a bad taste in their mouth. And they're like, I had to do this and that. But, in the grand scheme of things, I think most of them get it. And this is an opportunity, and they understand that, the court system's here to help us too, to help to guide us. And so we want to be that next step outside of the courts to say, hey, we're here to support you. Do you need some help with a finance class or a budget class or communications class, interview class, something? We're here for you.
Oh, and speaking of that, Reese, when you said communications class and interview classes, we have a closet full of professional clothes for folks that need and are going to brand new interviews.
Okay.
We want to help you dress them up all the way down to make that interview and get that job. We have somebody in the chat. It's Barrios. It's Lupe. She's mandando saludes de Chimayo. So, hey, Lupe, thank you for joining in. I think everybody else is watching the game, which is okay. Because I got Reese has his jersey on.
Yay, go Cowboys.
Yay. But is there anything else, Holly? Did I just like?
I think we've covered it all. I mean, the basics are September 18th, Santa Fe Harley Davidson. There's going to be a motorcycle run. I believe y'all call that a motorcycle run.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be free food. That's what got my attention. I'm not going to lie. Prizes. It sounds like you've got it really set up. Music, speakers. It's good to go. Reese, it sounds like a really nice function. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you want to put your website in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay.
Yeah, Santa Fe Harley Davidson, and they got the best prizes there. Maybe they should raffle a bike.
Oh.
For anybody out there that needs to reference back the information, I'll have my website address along with. We do have a Facebook page that you can get the event details there too. It's under New Mexico Alumni in Recovery.
Okay, cool.
So I'll put, I think, both of those, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
And tag anybody that you want to see this. That's one way to get viewership up amongst your people. And share. I always ask at the end of the night that everybody who's listening, please like the OPRE Facebook page so that they can be notified when we go live in times like this and be informed of the most important stuff going on. And that's really all I think I have. Reese, if you don't have any other questions for us, I think
I do. Actually. I want to make sure that I get this out to anybody that's looking at the chat. I'm not familiar with the current platform we're using. How do I post to the chat?
Down on the right, down below, does it say type something in a little gray box?
I don't see that.
You know what? How about if you send it to me and I'll get it in the chat for you? Why don't you send it to me via email and I'll post it in there for you.
So anybody out there, just www.newmexicoalumniinrecovery.org is our website. And we do have links to our Facebook page there, but I will send that information to you, Holly. It's also in my signature page through our communication that we've had.
Okay, gotcha.
And I hope that you're there, Holly, on Saturday. I definitely, Militia, you will be there, and it's going to be great to see you. And thank you for your participation in this event.
Absolutely.
And MAIR is pleased to have you on board.
Thank you, Holly. You're welcome to have a room in the back that you can, if you want to travel from Las Vegas, New Mexico, you're welcome.
I just might do it. I need a break from all the renovations I'm doing. A good excuse to get out of work at the house. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on, Reese. Nice to finally see you. I know we've been communicating by email, but it's always nice to put a face with a name. If you need anything, reach out. And again, like the page, September 18th, it's going to be happening at Santa Fe Harley Davidson. and it sounds like an excellent event is lined up. So we're really excited for you.
It's going to be a great
Thanks
time.
so much for joining us tonight. Good night.
Thanks, Reese.
Thank you.